Sanchez,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Here.
Councilmember Figueroa,
Here.
Councilmember Charette,
Here.
Councilmember Reynoso,
Here.
Councilmember Calvin, Councilmember Calvin,
Here.
Councilmember Alexander,
Here.
and Mayor Valdivia.
Here. Thank you very much. Okay, Ms. City Clerk, let's go ahead and roll the public comments, please.
Yes, this is Harry Hatch, Ward 7. This message is for the closed session, 4:30 on June 16th, 2021. Number 1, employee performance evaluation, dismissal, or appointment. Mayor and Common Council, I am not that familiar with Mr. Field. However, I must say that none of the things that seem to have occurred could have occurred without him at least knowing about it. I have nothing wrong with what he has shown to us and done in public. However, we don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. It may be a time to censure him and allow him the opportunity to pick up his toys and go home, or to get rid of him. This is entirely up to you. You know him better than I do. But you are on a course of action, which means you should follow that course of action. Thank you very much for your time, and your independent evaluation in this case is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Harry Hatch, Ward 7.
This is item number 1. It's time to fire Robert Field. This guy either hid the VIP event from the council members, or he has no clue about what his employees are doing. Even if he thought spending taxpayer money on the mayor's fundraiser event sounded good, he should have questioned it at the last meeting when Teddy Sanchez raised this same type of situation when they were discussing campaign reform. Don't forget that the city manager shared Councilwoman Calvin's private letter with the mayor and his attorney. The city manager went along with the lie that the city council approved the mall demolition on or about October. The city manager went along with the lie that the mayor got 3 commission members instead of 2. The city manager miscalculated the budget by $12 million. The city council needs to be able to trust the city manager. Right now, they can't.
Hello, Mayor John Valdivia and Councilwoman and men. My name is Gabriel Jaramillo, and I reside in the 5th Ward of San Bernardino. Today, I call in regards to the special meeting at 4:30 p.m. Item number 1 on the agenda, closed session. I will make this a quick comment. The City Council and Mayor must hold the City Manager, Robert Field, responsible for all actions which has gone foul, such as the miscalculations of millions of dollars in the budget. If that isn't big enough, I don't know what is. Maybe signing documents to let illegal activities go on for the mayor of San Bernardino using public funds. I say an evaluation of his performance of working for the mayor and not the people should be suffice. Granted dismissal from his duties is warranted at this time, and our city cannot afford huge errors such as these, and by allowing the city manager to continue on with his duties will be a huge mistake for San Bernardino. Do the right thing for the people of our city. Dismiss.
Hi, my name is Leticia Garcia. I'm a resident of the 7th Ward. I'm calling about item 1 of closed session agenda regarding the termination of the city manager, Robert Field. I support termination of Robert Field. He is absolutely detrimental to the city, and he needs to be let go. Specifically, some of the things that we have seen and have been watching over time is continued mismanagement of the Oxbow project. That has not been figured out. Nothing has been brought forward again since the last time we knew that they were trying to get permits to move the rock. Continually allowing staff to lie to city council so that the city council is made to look foolish and make bad decisions. Continuing to support and bring forth the mayor's agenda rather than the city council's agenda, which, according to the city charter, is his job. And as such, when he brings the mayor's agenda, he's violating the city charter because he is supposed to work with the council and not with the mayor. And it is clear that he was brought in by Rod Pacheco and the mayor to do his bidding, and he continues to do that. So for that reason, that's a violation of the charter. He has failed to cancel the private event that the mayor had, so I think he should also be held accountable for the misuse of public funds. It's not, John Valdivia didn't do that by himself. Obviously, he had people who knew he was doing it, and if they didn't know he was doing it, they're just as guilty. If you didn't know, you were incompetent. If you knew, then you're a criminal. Either way, Rob Field needs to go. No staff oversight. Staff does and says whatever they want, changes the will of the council and direction of the council at whim on paper and in conversations. They completely go against what the council is asking them to do. And finally, providing an intern to the mayor is completely unacceptable.
This comment is for the 4:30 closed session regarding the city manager. This is Nancy Harmon, a resident of Ward 7. I feel the council needs to take action against the city manager. He's helped the mayor use public funds for the mayor's private events. He knew it was wrong, and he let it happen on his watch. We need a strong city manager who is honest, has integrity, someone that is not controlled by the mayor or someone who is in the mayor's pocket. Mr. Fields should be terminated along with anyone else who helped the mayor do his illegal actions. Thank you.
This is a public comment for Treasurer Ortiz for today's special meeting at 4:30. Good afternoon, Council. I am asking you to come together like you did yesterday and make the right decision on behalf of the residents of the city of San Bernardino and fire Robert Fields as city manager. He is here to serve the city, to manage the city. And he has handed the keys of the kingdom to the mayor. He has no control of staff. He has no control of the numbers that are being produced and the information that is coming out, and that is the complete opposite of the duty of the city manager. You are supposed to be able to rely on him to implement the policies that you agree on at council meetings. And this is not the guy. Now, the community has not backed him since you hired him last year because he has never worked a day in city government. And it's shown by the complete lack of ability to manage. And one thing that we're asking you to do, as a portion of you were a part of the hiring, just be leaders. Step up and say, you know what, San Bernardino, we didn't make the right decision in the long run. And we're going to correct it rather than prolonging the issues. The fact that any staff partook in the State of the City address or the illegal VIP reception yesterday and money was expended and the city manager says he has zero knowledge of that, he is either 100% incompetent or he knew and he's lying. And either way, that is grounds for dismissal. Please let's go out and do a national recruitment. You guys are taking the reins back. People didn't want to come here because the mayor was out of control. And you handed the job to a guy who's literally friends with the mayor's attorney. So now we have an opportunity to show real candidates that we're here to really do something right. So please fire Robert Field. Let's move on from this. He is the artery of the mayor into managing staff. They are doing what the mayor's saying because Robert Field lets them. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I'm from the 7th Ward, and today my comment is for the closed session meeting at, I believe, 4 or 4:30 p.m. My comment to the council is, I'm calling today to advocate for the dismissal of the city manager. And I do this with, I don't like advocating for the removal or firing of any type of employee. So this is not something that is pleasurable to me, but here's the reason why this needs to be done. The city manager has allowed or participated in too many serious issues and to be allowed to stay on. Under his watch, the public and the council have been misled and lied to on a variety of incidences, which have conveniently benefited the mayor and or his donors. I myself don't like being lied to or misled, and for those of you that do not take action against the city manager, you have to face yourself, the city residents, your constituents, your family members, your spouses, or whoever, and let them know that if you don't take action against the city manager, you should tell them that it is acceptable to lie to me, to mislead me, and to do all sorts of things, behind my back and say you are fine with it. I think you all need to take immediate action against this person. In the private sector, this would not be acceptable, and this is a fireable offense. The city manager has played games, it looks like, with the mall redevelopment project, and most recently, and well documented, it looks like the city manager under his watch has allowed the mayor to throw a private function with public tax dollars. So to send a clear message to people, to the employees in City Hall, to the mayor, and to everyone else that is watching, that corruption and misdeeds and misbehaviors will not be tolerated. This needs to be done immediately. San Bernardino has had a weird history with people doing all sorts of crazy things. You all, the city council, have the opportunity to turn the ship on this and, tell everyone that is watching in the public that this is not acceptable. We will not accept this. And anyone that is doing anything immoral or illegal will be held responsible. Please vote to remove the city manager and ultimately hold anyone that is involved in any misdealings responsible. Thank you and have a good one.
My name is Charlie Pagan. I am in the 6th Ward. These comments are for the session to be held today regarding holding the city manager accountable. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the entire city council for taking a proactive and responsible approach towards the issues pertaining to the mayor's ongoing disruptions with regards to his position as mayor, as well as the mishandling of taxpayers' public funds. That was a landmark decision as far as I'm concerned. That sends out a message to the community that the city council is finally reaching its point where they're getting sick and tired of these ongoing crisis situations that are being created by the mayor of San Bernardino. It also gives hope to the citizens of San Bernardino. It also the taxpayers, citizens of San Bernardino. So with that said, once again, when I heard the news, I was extremely ecstatic, overwhelmed, a little shocked because I didn't anticipate that kind of reaction from the city council. But it seems now that perhaps maybe this is a new change, a new breed of leadership that's revitalizing itself, and hopefully we'll see more of these type of responsible decision making on behalf of the city of San Bernardino. Now, with regards to the city manager, obviously he too has to be held accountable, because obviously someone had to sign off on a lot of these expenditures. And, the responsibility of the city manager, according to even the charter requirements, is that he is responsible for the fiscal accountability of our city. And so with that said, I really support the idea of even an audit on behalf of that department, sort of like a check and balance type situation. But we really need to get our city back on track. We need to start regaining the trust of the communities. We need to start deciding responsibly how the money is to be spent for the betterment of our city. The morale level is low, and we need to start revitalizing, our city. Not just its infrastructure, but also the morale, the trust that the community has lost.
Comment exceeds 3 minutes.
Good afternoon. My name is Victor Suarez. I live in the 7th Ward. I would like to comment on item 1 for closed session. The decision that the council needs to make is a simple one, and I believe all of you know what that is. And if you don't, then you are part of the continuing problem. The city manager has a record of failing the city council and the city. Some examples he has failed us are that he has violated the charter by just giving the mayor's bid and ignoring the city council. He has also failed to cancel last night's event where the mayor used public funds to promote himself. And also, recently he has covered up a $12 million accounting error for the budget. Place yourself in the shoes of the city manager. If you were to do what he has done, would you still have a job? I ask you today to terminate the contract for city manager for Robert Field. Please continue to stand up against corruption as you did yesterday. We need more of that unity to make our city better. Thank you.
That concludes public comments.
Okay, thank you very much. At this time, we'll dismiss staff and stop the recording, and I'll wait for the signal on the stopping.